was out of Italy. Damn, he didn't do damage, didn't do diddly. Let me get my fucking, let me get my chat pulled up on a YouTube ski. Got plenty of battery, bang, bang, bang. I get such weird comments, dude. Trading is such a weird niche, dog. Trading is such a weird niche. Interesting. All right, wait for the fucking chat to fill in. Wait for the chat to fill in. A little back testing session. Shit. Live streaming is so easy, bro. I can literally just open up the stream and then start smacking the Pokeball while I wait for the chat to fill in here. I don't know. Dude, I think that streaming on Twitch would be way harder. I don't know, but maybe streaming on Twitch is better. Maybe streaming on Twitch pays more. So, Andy Ross. How you doing, bro? What's up in the chat, filling really quick. 3 viewers already. If you're in the chat, say what's up. When the chat's bumping, that's when I'll start the back testing. Hopefully my chewing doesn't sound too annoying, but, I mean, check the fucking Pokeball. I'm going to break this down for you guys really quick, because this is like an immaculate meal. I'm going to break this down for you really quick. We got sushi rice. That's what that is right there. We got the sushi rice with triple salmon, not single serving of salmon, not double serving of salmon. Triple fucking serving of salmon. What's up, Paulo? What's up, Blue? What's up? What's up, Twin? What's up, Twin? And then we got avocado, double avocado. W omega-3s from the salmon. W healthy fatty acids and shit like that. This shit is goated. And then we got the crispy onions on top. I think onions are healthy. I'm not totally sure. And then we got strawberry boba. And I'm learning I don't like boba. It's like I'm in like an abusive relationship. I don't know what that is. Lisan Al Gaeb from Dube. What the hell is that? Yeah, it is some munch. It is some good shit. What up, Jay Maroos? I'm going to look up what that is really quick. Lisan Al... I'm going to look it up without the screen because if that could just be like big bodacious booty. Oh, is it from Dune? Is it from Dune? Is that what this is? Bro, I don't know anything about Dune. I need to watch it. I need to watch Dune, but I haven't. Maybe that's bad. Maybe that's bad. Who knows? Maybe that's bad. I gotta watch Dune. All right, we got a couple of viewers locked in here. Did I say it wrong? Jamaris, bro. I have ethnic viewers, okay? Like, I have people who... I got a lot of people from Europe. I got a lot of people from India that watch, so I thought it was... Yeah, I got it. Jamaris, I know that. I got that, bro. Thing I don't know how to pronounce... Come on now. I thought you were Indian. I'm going to keep it a stack. That's why I said I thought you were Indian. What's up, Chonk? What's up, brother? All right, we got some viewers filtered in here. Let's start the live back testing session. Today was great price. I think so, too. Price action was pretty good. I was definitely a fan. Also, something I've been doing lately, I've been using the, like, censor your balance, and because I think this helps with my psychology a lot. Like, I already know how much I'm risking per trade. But yeah, I like this today. If you haven't seen the trade recap, this is what I did today. I was chasing price a little bit when market opened. I didn't lose money on this trade. But I was like, let me wait for better confirmation. That's crazy. What's up, Marky? What's up, Elliot? What's up, Joseph? But yeah, again, if you haven't seen the trade recap, this is the trade I took today. Pretty simple stuff. This literally was like kind of what I talk about in all my videos, right? We had the higher time frame SMT, retracing into a fair value gap, internal SMT, and then just, you know, this is actually what the trade looked like. It was a 3R. This was the trade. If I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, W trade today. W setup. I got stopped out at break even this morning, and it made me rage. So I just locked. That's so smart, bro. So smart. What's up, Daedra? What's up, Johnny? When I started learning to trade it, I watch ICT. Yeah, so here's something that also is like really important to know. Like, ICT didn't create that style of trading. The style of trading that I do, there's a couple different names for it. I'm kind of like a pompous asshole, so I like to call it liquidity-based institutional trading. Or we could go order flow institutional trading. But yeah, so ICT just popularized those concepts. They've been around for years before ICT. But yeah, to answer your question, Johnny, I learned from the ICT 2022 and 2016 membership. TJR's boot camp was the first thing I watched. Mike Quiet. Thank you for letting me know. Mike Quiet. Let me know if that's better. Let me know if this is better. But yeah, ICT is great. Justin Werlein's also great. I've plugged this guy's channel so many times, but this guy's insane with the sauce. Justin Werlein. I almost didn't do a video today, guys. Fucking Togi posted. Insane work. But this guy's goated with the sauce. This guy's insane. I tried to watch his trading psychology video, but like, little tip for my profitable. Oh, am I not? Sorry, I didn't show you. I'm not. Justin Werlein. This guy's goated with the sauce. He has 212K subs, so I mean, you know, people like his videos. Let me see what else we got here. Also, yeah, utilize the lockout feature in Top Step, guys. I use it every single day after I take my trade or my second trade. Love from India. Thank you, Cutie Pie. Forex is ass. Start trading futures. Anybody who trades futures that used to trade Forex will tell you that Forex sucks ass. Yeah, dude, there's no way you could have watched the entire Togi vid. It just came out. Fucking lying in my chat, Julian. I'm trolling. But yeah, Chonk, you're right. You're right. All right, cool. Let's get into backtesting. I'm just going to, dude, I love, this is like my favorite part. Appreciate you guys for tuning into the stream. 20 viewers is super sick. And also, love on, okay, last thing. I love to show this to you guys because this is so exciting for me. Dude, I've said this a couple times. Look at this price action on how the channel's doing. This is super cool. We got 30K views this past month. That's 800% up from last month. Imagine being up 800%. That's 80R. Yeah, I do use FX Replay. I'm about to pull it up in a second. Watch time is crazy. We're up 1,000 subs in the past month. And crazy, bro. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like, there's people in this chat that were here when I was at... Bro, if you were here... Hold on. If you were here before 1,000 subs, put it in the chat. I need a soundboard so I can go... But if you were here before 1,000 subs, put it in the chat. If you were here before 1,000 subs, put it in the chat. Where my day ones at? Where my day ones in the chat? Elliot's an OG. Come on now. They do have NQ. Very easy transition going from Forex to futures. Appreciate it, no lie, I'll cap. And as far as the Discord coming soon, I'm gonna be honest. I said that was gonna come at 1,000 subs. Yet Marquise, I've been knowing y'all was here. But as far as here before 10K, dude, that's tough. But the Discord, I'm gonna be honest, right? So this is something I'm gonna tell you guys because this is my core audience, and I'm not the type of person that I want to just willy-nilly start selling a course to my core audience. That's always rubbed me the wrong way, where there's people, like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I am making enough money to teach you, to have you pay me to teach you how to trade. Like, I'm making good money. I'm currently making 5 figures a month trading. I'm on pace to probably do 25K this month. And that's not a flex. But I'm saying, like, I'm doing great this month, and I don't feel right selling you a course. Does that make sense? I'm not saying I never will, but the Discord, I've actually thought about this. So the Discord is going to come when I'm doing about 300,000 views on YouTube a month and I'm monetized. Because then I can quit my day job. YouTube would replace my full stream income off of 300,000 views a month. And then after that, I would consider running a Discord for like 50 to $100 a month. I'd want it to be the cost of like one eval a month. And the goal would be eventually people leave. But that's very far in the future because I don't want to, you know, I get 1,000 subs and then I'm like, oh, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And it's also like, it would be kind of pointless for me to do a Discord community right now because, well, I mean, if you guys have feedback on what you want, but I work from 7 to 3 and the market opens for me at 8:30. So I would never be able to trade live. There's no point for me to do a Discord right now. How did I feel when I passed my first funded account? Dude, I remember Oh my God, chat. Okay, I remember this vividly. This was in March. I'd been trading for about a month at this point, and I was on my second or my third, I think it was my third eval that I passed. I was in my car, and I was like, yes, yes, yes. And then I blew the account in 2 days. Canon experience for a trader. Very Canon experience. My first payout felt equally as good. Here like 3 days ago before 1,000 subs. That's crazy. I was in eval jail from May to July, but had huge self-reflection last night, figuring out what's holding me back, and I was too outcome-oriented. Yeah, process-oriented is for sure the main thing. If you love trading, then money is going to be like a natural outcome. How did I learn ICT? Justin Werlein and from ICT. Sammy X, bro. Shout out Sammy X, bro. You're all over my YouTube shorts, bro. This dude, Sammy X. This dude is the most transparent trader on YouTube. This dude's the most transparent trader on YouTube. He's so sick. I love this guy. Elevate break in the chat. Let me get an elevate break. Elevate break in the chat. How many micros are minis? Yeah, Jamar's, bro, have fun at the gym. Work hard, train until failure. How many micros are minis? I mean, whatever your risk allows you to do. Normally, I trade 15 to 20 micros because that allows me to risk 500 to 1,000 per trade, depending on where my stop loss is at. Bro, made me giggle. You know what? Yeah, W vape break, chat. W vape break. I'm trying to get off of the vapes and go to cigarettes. Cigarettes are better for you. But okay, let's start backtesting. I could literally talk to you guys all night, dude. You got me up here like kicking my feet. Oh, also, quick fit check. Quick fit check. Quick fit check. We got the Balenci's. I am recycling an outfit from Instagram. You might have saw this outfit on Instagram if you follow me. At Purcells on Isaac on Instagram. Persellz on Instagram. Give me to 1,000 followers on Instagram so I can start shit posting there too. But we got the Balenci tee, the Rick Owens jeans, and the Rick Owens feet with the cardi and the bracelet, and repping Kansas City on the dome piece. I have cigars too, but I can't smoke them inside. Can't smoke cigarettes inside either. Yes, great reminder, day drip. Okay, let's get into day trading. Yes, sir, I'm getting into that backtesting session right now. Do I shit shower come before market open? No, but I do pre-market goon all the time. Pre-market gooning is OP, and if you're not pre-market gooning, that's why you're not profitable. If you don't pre-market goon, and I'm talking like you're gooning to the charts. If you don't have NASDAQ futures open on the charts and you're not pre-market gooning, you're tripping. Okay, so Sibbies and Bisties is really simple on TradingView. You just go to the brush and you hit rectangle and you draw it. And I have mine saved as a preset, which you would go template save as, but I have it to where I go to the style and I draw a middle line for consequent encroachment, and I just change the colors to what I like. I like very simple colors. But let's get rolling. If you don't have a strat, that is not okay. One more day, one more $200 a day for payout. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, just fucking take like a 0.1 RR trade in full port. I'm trolling, don't do that. Wait for an A+ setup. Yeah, on God, they need to teach pre-market gooning to new traders more often. I feel like they don't talk about that enough. I want to make sure this is the last thing that we looked at. I kind of want to get closer to all-time highs before I look at backtesting. Let's move. I'm gonna go. Actually, this is probably pretty good to start at. What time is it? 1700. And I realized I need to start actually looking at like exact market open. So we're gonna go to 2022 membership for the ICT. For the ICT membership. 2022. Okay, so let's look at what we got here. Bernardo Morera. Hope I said that right. I mean, yeah, I talk about my strategy and all. I don't have like an in-depth video on my strategy, but I break it down every video. And one of my videos has like a playlist of videos I recommend. Okay, so let's talk about my bias here. Let me look. We do have a bullish SMT on the 4-hour, so that's a bullish confluence. So we have a 4-hour bullish SMT. this happens inside of a 4-hour BISI. I need to actually save that. Hang on. 20. Yeah. So look up 2022 ICT and you'll see what I'm talking about. No. It's similar. Yeah, it's very similar to Justin's Forever model. I kind of don't really have like a strategy. I just read the higher time frame market narrative and look for an entry on the lower time frames. But I will use some PO3 stuff a lot. PO3 is probably the closest thing that you could like hammer down my strategies to. Okay, so we have this bullish SMT. A little bit of a volume imbalance, but ES is inverting this SIBI. We broke structure to the upside. So yeah, we broke structure to the upside. And we do have some draws on liquidity on the 4-hour, but let's drop down into the 1-hour. See what we get here. So we did break structure to the downside on the 1-hour on ES and on NASDAQ. And we create some... Why is my analysis so complicated? I don't think it is that complicated. Yeah, 10 a.m. PO3 cooks. I don't know. I think you have to have like a, you can't just click buy and sell. You have to look at the higher time frame and think, where does price want to go? I mean, you're trying to predict institutional order flow. There's $150 billion moved on the NASDAQ every single day. Like, you can't just wake up 10 minutes and try to, expect to be profitable. With all due respect. So here I am a bit more bullish, I think, than bearish, but we do break structure on the 1-hour to the downside, and we inverted this gap. But I'd want to see us trade out of this. I want to see us trade into this gap. Myth, shout out, bro. You're an OG too, Myth. Okay, let me drop into the 30-minute. Again, it's kind of some top-down analysis here. I'm not sure what that is, Jag. I'm not familiar with that. So this is where the SMT happens. So this is a manipulation leg. So again, if we see displacement through this low, then I would feel more bearish. So this is where I'd want to wait to see if we displace. So let me drop down. I would kind of, I don't know, I might watch the 15-minute here, see how structure is forming on the 15-minute. Because we might just end up wanting to run all this low resistance liquidity. So let's see if we displace on like the 1-minute here. Bro, what the fuck? Yeah, we're not displacing. So ES is the lagging index here. Or excuse me, NASDAQ is the lag. No, ES is the lagging index. Why is there no... I love the 2-minute chart, but there's not one here. Let's see if we get a 3-minute change in the state. So yeah, see, we're not seeing displacement out of that gap. We reached a little bit lower on market open. Right. Let's see if we retrace into this or if this acts as a breakaway gap. So we bounce off of that. Look at the 15-second on ES. Let's see if we get displacement on the 15-second. So no SMT. Win rate on this specific session, my win rate is 60% and my RR is 1 on this specific session. But overall, my win rate tends to hover between 65 and 70, and my RR 1 to 1.5. But my RR is getting closer to 2R. I'm feeling good about longs, but in this specific case, I might wait for the macro open. Let me look at what we might be targeting on the 1 hour. Yeah, there's definitely liquidity up there. Yeah, so see, we lack displacement out of this gap. Look at the 15-minute. So we have this horizontal. See, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like, this is the accumulation, manipulation. I'm not disclosing my salary because it's my parents' company. But good question. I understand where the curiosity comes from. Are we putting in an internal SMT right here? I don't know. I'm feeling good about longs. We're kind of buying our way out of this. We displaced. Let me see. I might wait for the macro open. This could be a 1-to-1. But NASDAQ takes these highs. I did feel good about longs right there. How do you validate and invalidate high time frame fair value gaps? See if there's displacement out of them. I knew longs were good. Fuck! I almost took this, but it wouldn't have been a 1R. And what am I targeting on the higher time frame here? I guess, yeah, all-time highs. Makes sense. Little 3R. Yeah, that was a move. That's brutal. Well, I'm not going to chase price, and that's probably the only move that we get today. So, on to the next day. On to the next. That's how the cookie crumbles. Any tips for beginners? Don't trade combines until you know you're profitable. That would be my advice. Whoa. Okay, well, let's get into the next day because something happened overnight. In the rest of Asia session. 30 viewers in the chat. What's up, chat? If you're new to the stream, say what's up. I sound so corny sometimes, bro. Okay. We're kind of just accumulating on the 4 hour. Like we're lacking displacement in any direction. And normally I don't really love to trade that. I guess we do have, let me look on the daily. Do we have a daily? Yeah, we're kind of just accumulating. We've had something like this happen before. We had this happen recently. This happened, I think, this looks a lot like Tuesday's price action, or is it Monday's price action? Oh my God, ugly. Yeah, this kind of looks like last week's price action. A little bit, like a little bit choppy. More so on the S&P. Make sure my chat is still working. Okay. All right. So we're accumulating on the daily, and we're accumulating on the 4 hour. So this is where things get tricky. So this is where we got to really look at what's being respected, what's being disrespected. Traded out of this gap here. We're still kind of accumulating inside of this bigger 4 hour imbalance. Damn, this is tricky on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour. So, I mean, we are in equilibrium, or we're in discount. So we could target, you know, some of this buy side liquidity. There's double stacked highs right here on ES. Relative equal highs on NASDAQ. Swing high. And of course, we're in the context of all-time highs. And of course, we do have this hourly SMT. And when I look at an SMT, one of the things I'm looking at is, like, if it happened overnight, for example. If the purpose of an SMT is to manipulate price, has the liquidity that would want to be taken from the SMT been met? And if the answer is no, I'm kind of not feeling like, you know, I feel like we can use that as a bullish confluence. So here I'm kind of relying on the fact that we're in the context of all-time highs. And I'm going to see how market open looks. We already are kind of getting this internal manipulation leg though. Now we have this internal manipulation leg. We don't get okay, so this is looking like it's going to be a long because we have the higher time frame SMT, and then we accumulated pre-market, put in this SMT at the lows, lacked displacement to the downside. I'd want to see us just run basically to the upside. I'd want to, if we invert this gap right here, I would take something like this, target like a 2R. But do we have a lot of generated buy side liquidity that would, can we fill that? Yeah, there's these highs up here. And of course, also the fact that we're in a discount of our range. Let's see what we get. So we do invert the gap. On the 15 seconds. I just want to make sure I'm getting enough confluence. We do get displacement as well. Yeah, I'm going to take this. We get displacement on the 15 second. This is pretty quick into market open. If you don't use demo accounts, what's the alternate? Get TradingView Premium. It's like $20 a month, and you can get real-time data. So let's see how this goes. Ooh, we got finessed. Wow, we got cooked. That was like we top ticked that motherfucker. Was the overall draw much lower? Yeah, where was the draw today? Yeah, we got cooked today. That was bad. Let me zoom out here. Because, I mean, this looks, it kind of looks like PO3, but I mean, it was before. Because, yeah, I mean, market open, we manipulate these lows. We got displacement, but yeah, it looks like we also kind of just chop around a little bit. Yeah, brutal, rough day. Part of the process. Let's keep going. Zoom back out to the 4 hour, 0 for 1 on the session. So we did end up taking out those highs. Oops, I went too far. Okay, we're going to be at 9 a.m. We missed market open. That's okay. That's how the cookie crumbles. Manipulation, I look for an SMT. That's because we can never truly I look for an SMT or a liquidity sweep, and you know it's a liquidity sweep like if you take out a low and you lack displacement. So like, you know, I'll get, when I find an example, I'll show it to you. God, yeah, I'm like getting cooked right now. I'm looking at this price action. It's just like, this is super choppy on the 4 hour. It's not looking much better on the 1 hour either. I guess we do get a break of structure on ES and NQ. Let me let this candle close really quick. Okay, break of structure on the 1 hour. We create displacement for now, right? As long as we don't retrace. We look at the 15 minute. We have a 15-minute fair value gap on ES and NQ. We do have this SMT as well, so that's something to keep note of. SMT at the highs. Let me get rid of that. Go down to the 1 minute. So now we're accumulating. It's about 9 a.m. So let's see what we get. Okay, now we get this internal SMT. This is, again, this is some PO3 stuff. So if we see displacement to the downside, we can target that resting liquidity. We do see a change in the state on the 1 minute. I want to see us displace through these lows, run this fair value gap, and we can target all this resting sell side. That's the displacement that we're looking for. Wait for retracement potentially. So we have this gap right here. Let me look at the 15-second. Okay, we get a 15-second change in the states. Boom. Stops above the highs that created the move. We'll just target, you know, bunch of resting sell side. 2R. Place order. Bink. Bang. Bong. Do you trade New York session live? No, I do not. How to avoid getting moved to live? Blow your accounts on purpose. That's not a joke. But actually, I'm actually not opposed to being moved to live anymore after the new rules. I don't trade New York session live, no. Oh my God, we're running this gap. I'm getting cooked today. Should make it quick. Yeah, wow. Wow, I'm just getting absolutely cooked. We got like a little move up at market open. Where does price want to go today? Wow. Damn, I'm getting cooked. I'm not super savvy on the new Top Step Live rules, but I think they adjusted some stuff on... I'm kind of talking out of my ass. I have no idea, but I've heard that the new live accounts aren't good. Or that the new live accounts are pretty good. Not a great session so far. Off 0 for 2. Wow, that's brutal. I'd love to see us break out of this range just so I can like get an idea of where price wants to go. Yeah. What Chonk said. Because I know I'd heard about them, that they changed the rules. And I just remember being like, oh, okay, I don't really care if I get transition to live anymore. So I'm probably looking next month. No experience with Tiger funded. Though I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like I'm not like the savant of funded accounts. Like I'm not the savant of. We have this SMT. That's worth noting. SMT on the 4-hour. Inside of this 4-hour sell side imbalance. I gotta save this. Yeah, apparently Top Step Live is goated now. According to, you know, they said that, you know, what's the saying? Heard through the grapevine. I think that's the saying. So we have this SMT inside. It's really small on ES. We have this SMT. It's not a change in the state on the 4-hour yet. We have an SMT. We take out this high here, but we're so close to all-time highs. I think looking to short here would be so silly. We run all these lows pre-market. Run all these lows. Really big displacement to the upside. I mean, I think given the context of all-time highs, I want to see this low resistance liquidity get ran. And then, of course, also see us take all-time highs. But I would take a short. I would take a short here if it presented itself. So my higher time frame bias is honestly kind of in between. Of course, order flow is bullish. We broke outside of this range, kind of. We're failing to invert this sell side imbalance right here. We also put in an SMT with these highs. So with that, I'm feeling a little bit more bearish. But again, order flow has been bullish for the past day or so. So let's see what we get on market open. Immediate displacement to the upside. So let's see if that holds. So what's the target here? These highs here. Can always wait for the macro to open, but there could be a long opportunity here if we retrace. Hold on a minute. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm taking this yet, but I would maybe take this. Let's make sure it's not manipulation though. Let's see if there's any SMTs being put in. Because we kind of took all these highs. I mean, we kind of, and we do SMT these highs. Okay, I'm not going to take this right away. Okay, SMT at the high. We're retracing a little bit. Okay, now we're accumulating a little bit. Macro is about to open. Wow, that's a news candle. Is there news? I keep forgetting to check for news. ICM. Who cares about ICM? So kill candle takes out liquidity in both directions. So we took out both highs and lows here. I feel like I've been doing better forward testing than back testing lately. We're just accumulating. Time is it? If I don't find a trade by like 9:45, I would just call it a day. Okay, so we do put an SMT here. SMT. Yeah, it gets about, okay. No trades. Didn't find anything. How do I trade the cheapest? I think if that's a concern, it's probably not a great idea to start trading with real money because it's going to have an impact on your psychology, is my honest answer. I think if you're not making at least $3,000 a month, and I'm talking to like people, to be completely honest, like in America, I don't know what it looks like around the world, but I know at least like for me, I wouldn't feel, knowing that you have like disposable income and you can lose money trading is such a big part of the process. Okay, SMT at the lows, we're at all-time highs. Where is our, let's see if we find an entry here. So we have an SMT at the lows, we're at the context of all-time highs. I'm just looking for a long setup basically. We gotta make sure that ES doesn't take out these lows and invalidate the SMT ski. And of course, it invalidates the SMT ski. Dude, fuck this. This isn't even fucking fun. What the fuck? I can't find anything, dude. World's biggest fucking fraud. Can't even backtest. What the fuck is going on? It was only a matter of time until I had an L session. Yeah, how do I trade at work while off my phone? Views on support and resistance, don't really care. I think any strategy works if you backtest it. But yeah, this is Top Step X. You can literally, let me not dox myself, but I'm trading all, hold on. I can do it like this. I'm trading all 5 of my accounts on my phone on Top Step X for copy trading. So look up on YouTube, Top Step X tutorial mobile. Is this month my biggest payout? Yes, we're at 13,500 on the month, and then I had a smaller month in June. But yeah, we're cooking this month. It's been a good month. I'm wanting to again hopefully hit one more big payout by the end of the month. I think that I'll hit another 10K payout. We're at 1 winning day so far. I trade mobile because I have a day job. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to fucking trade this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay, can we look at this for 2 seconds? What the fuck am I looking at? Am I supposed to want to trade that, like, excitedly? I mean, fuck it. Like, do I just wait for retracement and hop into a short? But, like, then what am I targeting? Am I battling? Am I bad? I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, you said never mind, but like, yeah, I was never like really unprofitable. You know what I mean? Day job, I weld. I weld. I am a welder. I be welding and shit. Yeah, fuck. I don't know if I'm trading this. This fucking sucks. What is this price action? I've never seen anything like that on NASDAQ. It's about a year ago today. Oh, no, I'm not battling. To answer your question, then, no. Yeah, look at this price action. Yeah, God forbid I trade that. Okay, we create some new all-time highs. Let's go forward a couple hours. 1, 2, 3. This is horrible market conditions. That's like another thing, guys, is like you got to know when to not trade. Got to know when to not trade. How much buffer do I like to build? I'm going to be honest, like I don't really care about building buffer. Like I'm just always making sure I'm risking like 1/4 to 1/3 of my account balance on a funded account. Normally closer to 1/4. So like today, for example, it was my first day on the accounts. I have $2,000 in buffer. I risked a little less than 500. I risked like 450, 480. Greetings, Max. Big SMT before the jump. Yeah, they're where? Both of these highs got taken on NASDAQ. And are you talking about here potentially? But then the high got taken anyways. Do I think backtesting is accurate to live? In theory, yes, like as far as mechanically. But the actual experience of seeing each 1 minute candle form, I don't know. Been trading for 2 years, 1 year of ICT, and still unprofitable. This is where I'm kind of a shitty mentor because I'm going to be honest, like I can't really relate to that. I guess my best feedback would just be backtest as much as you can. Backtest until until your eyes bleed. And really work on your psychology, you know, risk what you can manage, risk what you're happy to lose. You know, if you can manage to, if you work a day job and you're okay with spending, you know, $250 a month on evals, just rinse that money in your head. You don't have it anymore. You know what I mean? That would be my feedback, I suppose. I don't partial. If anything, I add to positions. Dude, what the fuck am I looking at? Okay, so we see some displacement. It's been a really rough session. Invert this 3 minute gap. We're at all-time highs, though, so I'm not shorting. Dude, I don't know if I would trade this price action. I mean, we had 5 hours. You just manually, to partial on Top Step X, you just manually hit buy and sell in the opposite direction. Dude, of course, the one time that I have 64 viewers, I'm getting shit on during my back test. Where the fuck were you guys when I go 5 for 5? Where are you guys when I have an 80% back testing session? Why are you here and I'm 0 for 2 and I haven't traded 3 of the 5 days I've been on here? Why do I have 64 viewers now? Yeah, chopped at price action, bro. Bro, what state do I stay in? Come on, now you're not looking at the hat, bud. Come on. What hat do I... Hold on. Where do I stay at? Come on now. Kansas City, Missouri, baby. KC Mo better. Kansas City, Missouri, Mo better. Kansas City, Missouri. To answer it simply. Yo, I'm getting fucking cooked, though. Let's be honest. I don't think you can limit order on Top Step Mobile. I think limit order is overrated anyways. I trade on Top Step X, not TradingView. But I add positions by literally just, adding another entry by hitting the buy and sell button. I market order everything. 2.9% on funded. I don't know what you mean by that. 2.9%. Are you talking about like if you're on a 50K account, like you made 1,500? Is that what you mean? Because in which case, no, that's about how much you'd want to make. Yeah, bro, market order is OP. I don't think I've ever really limit ordered, and I've been, profitable along the way. If we retrace this 3-minute gap, I mean, like, am I really going to take a short? We didn't even put in a fucking SMT ski. No, we displace out of it, but then we put in the SMT. Dude, this fucking sucks. Personally, I just full TP. If I was trading on a live account, I'd personally be, let me wait for the macro to open. We do have this SMT here now. If I was trading on a live account, I would partial, but considering that I'm just trying to build the biggest account size in as quick of a time as possible, I actually look to add to positions before I take off. Beautiful. Let me look up what that looks like on the 30-second. If we get displacement under these lows, I'll take a short on ES. I would count that as displacement. Look at the 15-second. I mean, it's literally all I have to go off of right here. Again, this is a day I probably wouldn't trade, but how boring is it going to be to fucking watch me? We have there's so many equal lows under here. All right, let's see if we go 0 for 3. Where'd I get the Balenci tee from? I got to gatekeep the sauce, bruh. I'm kidding, I got it from the Real. There's no Balenciaga stores in Kansas City. Three to 4 months demo. So, again, me personally, I traded demo for like a month. Hopefully this plays out. Can we get Big Daddy displacement right away? Oh my God, we fucking TP, chat. Oh my God, we hit TP. Can you believe that? 1 for 3 on the session. How brutal is that? Chopped ass price action. We fucking TP. Unreal. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Lord. All right, let's keep it pushing. What strat am I back? I'm just back testing. And like, again, when people say like, what's my strategy? It's so hard for me to give an answer because like I look at the higher time frame narrative. I figure out if we're bullish or bearish. I look at key levels of liquidity and imbalances. Then I go down to a lower time frame and I try to catch a continuation or a reversal. So it's like, it's very hard for me to explain what model I'm back testing. Cause like, I don't look at trading like that. Maybe this is something where it's like, I don't know if this is crazy. I want to see if anyone relates to me on this. Like, I don't really believe in like a strategy in the term where people are like, I wait for like I'm an IFVG trader. I don't get that. Where people are like, I only trade this one way. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it's like my entry might be a change in the state and then an IFVG one day. The next day, it might be a 15-second break of structure. But it's all in the same deal where it's like, I look at the higher time frame narrative on like the daily and the 4-hour, and then I look to see where I think price wants to go, and I drop down to the lower time frame and try to find the best entry. I don't know if that makes sense if that makes any sense at all. But I guess like the closest thing you could say my strategy would be the market maker buy model and the market maker sell model. I'll put it in chat. This is the closest thing to my strategies, the market maker buy model and the market maker sell model. That's the closest thing to my strategy. Yeah, I got to adapt to the market. Now, that doesn't mean just fucking like trade willy-nilly and take every entry you see. Because like I also will only really trade the first hour of market open. Higher time frame daily buys required? Yes. Higher time frame fair value gap required? I mean, there's almost always a higher time frame fair value gap, so I look at it. Liquidity sweep required? Yes. SMT required? Yes. Clear draw liquidity required? Yes. Inverse fair value gap required? I would say one of these two is required, a change in the state or an inverse fair value gap. Yeah, higher time frame narrative is like the truth, chat. Like higher time frame narrative, like you shouldn't be fucking staring. Okay. I'm gonna drop sauce on you, and I feel like I only got this down like within the past 2 months, bro. Your model, like your entry model, is the least important part of trading. The most important part of trading, like, because realistically, how long should you be trading for? You should be trading for like an hour maximum a day. For me personally, it's New York session first hour, 8:30 to 9:30. That's where I'm finding everything, right? So I'm looking at what price has been doing in the past 24 hours on, like, I'm looking at the weekly, the daily, the whatever. I'm looking at the higher time frame narrative, and I'm just kind of trying to predict where price wants to go in like the next hour. And I get an idea of where price wants to go based on the higher time frame narrative. And then on my entry, I'll enter on the 15 second, 30 second, 1 minute, 2 minute. And to answer your question of like, what's my statistical edge doing this? Payouts, several past combines, 60 to 70% win rate back tested. It's I don't know if it's unorthodox. 8:30 Central Standard Time is 8:30 to 9:30 is what I trade. But like, I'm not like I don't have a mechanical model. And a lot of people will try to sell you a mechanical model. It's almost like normalized in the trading industry that you need a mechanical model, which is not true. I'd actually argue that's one of the worst things you can have, because then when your mechanical model doesn't work, you don't know why you lost the trade. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to know why you win or lose as long as you have like, strategy or whatever, or you have like data proving that sometimes you're going to lose, because I lose trades too. But that's just, it's part of the process. RR is 1 to 1.5 on average, but it's getting closer to 1 to 2. Okay. So again, we're going to be bullish here. There's nothing saying bearish. Nothing saying bearish here. Do we make... Oh, wait. Where are we? We're not even at New York session yet. I thought we were at New York session already. Yes. Justin Werlein I would recommend for learning market maker buy model, market maker sell model. You can learn it from ICT or you can learn it from Justin Werlein, but I think that Justin Werlein is much better for the brain rot generation. Yeah, you can I think that... Okay, so I'm actually going to give you guys... If I wanted to have a strategy where I had like a 1 to 5 or a 1 to 4R, I could do that. It's not like I don't take higher RR because I can't. It's because I trade funded accounts. And the goal is I want to have 5 winning days as soon as possible. And I want to be able to risk as much as possible when I am trading fundeds so I can leverage the most to earn the most. If you have a 1 to 5R, let's say, I think if you have a 1 to 5R and you have like a 40% win rate, that's profitable. 1 to 5R and a 40% win rate is very profitable. I think the amount of people that have a 1 to 5R and like an 80% win rate is incredibly low. I've never met anyone that actually has stats like that. Name me one person who actually has a 1 to 5, 1 to 4R average and has a 70+% win rate. I don't see those people online. The most important thing in my opinion is the win rate. Then it's your RR. Because my daily win rate is 80%. So normally I'll take 1 to 2 trades per day, which means I only need 6 days on funded accounts to get a payout. So when I'm taking these trades, what I want to be doing is I want to be risking as much as possible. So I can risk like, $1,000 on a 1 to 1, maybe it's a 1 to 2. But I'm winning $2,000, $1,000, $1,500 on a winning day over 5 accounts. So $5,000 to $10,000 a day on express funded accounts. And I only need to have like 5 or 6 days, maybe 7 or 8 if I have a couple losing days to secure a payout. Like, yeah, does it look cool when you chart out a high? Yeah, like, I've caught 5 Rs. I think on the channel live, I caught a 10R, which is like, yeah, it's cool. But you know what's printed me way more money in payouts? 1 to 1.5, 1 to 2. That's what prints you payouts. I'm not hating on anyone that has a higher RR. If it works with your model and you're consistently getting really big payouts, so be it. But I'm just, that's my advice for new traders for sure, is focus on your win rate over your RR. It's 100% my advice. Once again, going to be bullish here. I want to see if we tap into this gap. 1 for 3 on the session. Dude, y'all got me yapping so much. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, 2022 ICT membership. Criteria to get paid out is just 5 winning days over $200 on Top Step. I think that's literally the only rule. 5 winning days over $200. I think that's it. There used to be a consistency rule, but there's not one anymore, which is like super fucking sick. 30-minute. Nothing to look at here. It's also just when it gets to like actually be all-time highs, it's a little bit tricky because there's not a ton of internal liquidity. Noah Kidwell, what's up, brother? What's good, brother? Yo, can we get some W Noahs in the chat? Can we get some W Noahs? It's actually my dog. Noah Kidwell is my dog. I know him IRL. Yeah, DFLO, it is a sign. Let's get some W Noah Kidwells in the chat. You just buy low, sell high. Yeah, bro. Whoa. Newswick, potentially. Monday. 5K is the max payout for one account. Okay, so we immediately manipulate these lows on market open. So I would zoom in here to like the 15 second and try to catch it like a really quick long here. Well, now we have no more internal liquidity. God, all-time highs fucking sucks. Make it 10 days, $200. I'm not sure what that means. Is Noah profitable? Noah doesn't fucking trade. None of my friends trade IRL. Fucking blows. Oh, yeah. I mean, sorry. Yeah, he does. He mentors. Yeah. Sorry, he's my student. Sorry. Prop firms are shady. I don't know. Apex. I think Apex is like the only one. I look for. I think everything is kind of a reversal because, like, if I'm continuing on continuations and reversals are on the higher time frame, in my opinion. Because every entry is kind of, you're looking for a reversal because you're looking for a pullback and then you sell or then you enter. ES is creating new all-time highs. We get displacement on the 1 minute. Let's see if we get this clean change in the state. So we get a clean change in the state and we retrace. Maybe this isn't horrible because ES is just pumping into all-time highs. Financially free when I'm 65 is nuts. I'm trying to be financially free when I'm 22. I'm trying to be financially free like this month. Yeah, I know. Isn't that fucking crazy? Fucking wild. Financially free when I'm 65, bro. Fuck that. Okay, we're on the 15 second here. I'm feeling a long here, and we can target like maybe like the 2660s. Because when you're pushing into all-time highs, you're just kind of targeting like a number. Yeah, I know, 60 viewers, and it sucks. I'm getting so many viewers this live, and I'm fucking shitting the sheets backtesting, bro. I'm shitting the sheets backtesting. I'm 1 for 3 right now. I'm looking like an L trader. I promise I'm profitable, bro. I'm just having a rough session. Whoa, okay. Good thing I didn't take that. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude, this is so tricky. Time is up. 8:34. Yeah, chat, click that like button. What are we talking about, chat? Click the like button. Like and sub. I'm getting fucking chopped. So we displace. See if we retrace. And now we're kind of just accumulating. What time is it? 8:50. We do SMT these highs, and then we don't. What the fuck am I looking at? I just voo and chill for annual 7%. Gonna live my best life at 72. Oh my god, bro. Holy shit. Isn't that a nightmare? Bro, I'm saying Tito is trolling, bro. Yeah, look at that Drake count. I'm using FX replay for backtesting. But dude, this is fucking bullshit, bro. This is some of the worst price action I've ever seen. This is so bullshit. I don't even know how to trade this, dog. Dude, if you guys traded last summer, shout out to y'all, bro. What the fuck? Me and Isaac, dude, I can't even focus right now, bro. This is so funny. Okay, we SMT these lows. Wait, I'm looking at the 5 minute. Dude, this is some bullshit price action, dog. I've been trading for 5 months. Dude, what am I looking at, dog? Just no displacement in any direction. Yeah, and it's already past 9:30, so we're just... Okay, maybe we get some short opportunity here. See if we displace underneath these lows or if we just immediately reverse. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I drive a BMW 5 Series. Did I use that right, chat? Yeah, I've been on a very bearish too, man. Yeah, bro. One thing I'm going to flex on, bro, I never saw the Drake leak, bro. I never saw the Drake leak. Yeah, no one kid well knows what car I drive. It's a beautiful BMW 5 Series. Beautiful car. I love it very much. Dude, can I just get like something to enter on, bro? Something to enter on. It's already past 10, bro. Message retracted. PDL. I'm missing out. What am I missing out on? What am I missing out on? 6 months in payout coming soon? Not sure what that means. Maybe so if that's you're saying you're getting a payout soon, congratulations. Very proud of you. That's my favorite comments to see is like people crushing it and getting payouts. Oh, I'm missing out on the Drake. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, I would. Shit, maybe I should check it out. Get some fucking. I'll use it when I pre-market Goon tomorrow. Use it when I pre-market Goon. They're fucking horrible, by the way. I'm getting absolutely shit on. I'm going to try to trade different conditions here in a second. I'm going to go to last December, so like December 2024. Because they were also all-time highs. Yeah, we got cooked. So like this is technically still profitable, but this is really bad. Like, if I saw these, I'd throw up if this was my stats. Just saying. Just saying. It's disgusting. Okay, so let's make a new session. Let's go. Another 50K account. I just be stroking my shit crazy style pre-market chat, not gonna lie. Let's go, let's name this one pre-market goon sesh. If I had a Discord, guys, I would be pre-market gooning every morning. And I would want like suggestions on what we goon to. I think we had all-time highs in December, if I'm not mistaken. Payout when the CD finalizes? What the fuck are we talking about? Dude, I have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. Pre-market goon sesh. Bang. Hello? Oh, go to chart. We're fucking 1 for 4. No, 1 for 3. Sorry, I've taken 3 trades this whole time. I think. Okay, yeah, we're still at all-time highs in December. Bro, where the hell are my candles? Nice time zone. Yeah, I do got a nice. I hope you're talking to me. Oh no, he's talking to you, Jasper. Cool, Jasper. What's up? Welcome to the chat. Was Connor's meat overrated? I think Connor's meat was overrated. I didn't see it, but people were talking crazy about it. They were saying it was like lifting weights and shit. Chat. What do I use to backtest? Buy you a funded account just because? Dude, if you fucking stroke it a little bit, I might. If you stroke that shit a little bit. And then we're overall bullish here on the 4 hour. Let me look at the daily. See what we're doing on the daily. Yeah, overall bullish on the daily. Inverted this gap here, failed to displace it, but we're approaching all-time highs. You guys know what the deal is. Clean change in the state. Created a breakaway gap that we retraced into. Let me look at the 1 hour. Oh, no, we need to look at it. Oh, I didn't load up. Yes. Ah! Oh, my God, bro. I'm such a fucking bot, dude. Session settings. Select pairs. Oh, my fucking goodness, bro. I'm going to blow a gasket. I swear to God. Since people are asking you stuff, can I loan you 20K? Shit. I'll loan you what's like the... I got you with 20K Iranian rial. Or the Lebanese pound, which is also facing severe economic challenges. Please, Isaac, I need this. My mama kind of homeless. All right. Let's try this one more time. Mini NQ, bro. Why are y'all watching? This is such a, like, this stream is a fucking train wreck. I've taken 3 trades this stream. I'm just literally gooning with the chat. Should I go to the army or become profitable? Dude, I'm not, dude, this is going to be the, I'm going to lose my trades tomorrow. I'm on a win streak. I know that hog fat. W Mason Ryan in the chat, bro. Not because he said my hog is fat. 1, he knows, but 2, that's also my dog. W Mason Ryan in the chat, bro. We got the boys in the chat being supportive. W fucking Mason Ryan in the chat. Yeah, on God, I'm just vibing right now, bro. Shout out, bro. My community's goated, bro. I know y'all are gonna pay good money for this Discord. Be honest, how much money would y'all pay for my Discord? If I was like the Discord's 500, are y'all paying that? Are y'all paying 500 for the Discord? Okay, bang. Well, I wanted to be bullish, but we have a bearish SMT on the higher time frames. Which honestly, I want to see your model before I go to the army. W all the hot guys in the chat. Can't wait for the bros first. But yeah, I already told Noah, but when I have my first 50K month, I'm switching up. I'm trolling chat. I'm trolling on the Discord. 500K Iranian. 50 cents a month? I'll let you pay me 50 cents a month to stroke my fat hog. How about that? Okay, I gotta lock in, chat. I'm tweaking right now. This is the most unproductive backtesting session I've ever had, by the way, just so y'all know. I've never had a more non-productive backtesting session. This is supposed to be work, right? This is why people think that day trading isn't a real job. We gotta lock in, chat. Do people's meats actually be touching the toilet water? Bro, this is why we're unprofitable. This is why we, as in me and you, are unprofitable. I don't even feel good saying that. I can't even joke about that. I'm sorry about that. Do you plan on... Yeah, I'm planning on making a tutorial on how to switch up on your day ones. And it's not a Raz bar, it's a Riz bar. Because I'm the Rizzler. But yes, the Geek bars are better. Geek bars are more better. W8 break in the chat. So, like, dude, I want to be bullish here because order flow is bullish, but this kind of looks like a reversal. And we have 2 high time frame SMTs, both pointing bearish. Dude, I think smoking ZA makes you unprofitable. I'm going to keep it a stack. Not in life, but, like, in trading. I've never met a profitable... I'm not trying to talk shit, by the way, but, like... Could you imagine getting zooted then watching the charts, bro? Your psychology's got to be fucked. We have the, yeah. I think we're gonna dump, but maybe not. Maybe we just fucking invalidate the SMT right away. That's beautiful. I guess the SMT isn't invalidated right away. So this is, oh, the SMT is invalidated. Beautiful. So no, we're just gonna fucking sun run to the moon. Okay, let's wait for, see if we get retracement. When you have 10-9 suited on the button and the hijack opens to 3 big blinds, what do you do? 3 bet, 8 big blinds. Need some blow money for real? Bro, I'm trying to backtest, so we're talking about blow money. I guess I could have seen that. This is so brutal, chat. Okay, let's accumulate a little bit. Let's see if I can find some PO3 stuff. Bro, quitting vapes is fucking propaganda, bro. You don't gotta quit vaping. We approach all-time highs. Do we have higher time frame draws? We have these highs. Cocaine in the big 25. I'm saying the same shit, chat. Can we talk about trading? Dude, I feel like I'm like a bad substitute teacher that can't control their class. I'm like trying to backtest, but I just can't help, bro. It's so fun to sit here and just talk about bullshit. Am I mixed? I am mixed, yes. I think I'm just going to take a long, honestly. But like we're kind of SMTing here. Dude, I have no idea what I'm doing at this point, chat. I've never been more disconnected from a backtesting session. Macros, but let's actually see if we get macro manipulation first. But like I do feel like longs are the move here. We invalidated the bearish SMT. But I guess we also do have this. So we have two SMTs. Maybe just wait for the macro to open, see if we get something like a bit more confirmation. Like that, for example. Right at macro open. Give it a bit more breathing room, 2R. Dude, this chat is goated, bro. Long at premium. If you're using like premium and discount can also, oh, okay, I'm not even gonna respond to that because I might just get shit on here. Or we just accumulate for 20 years. Yeah, it's gonna accumulate for 20 years. It looks like. You can also, okay, so in the holy fuck, holy stutter, bro. I wish I had clippers that could clip shit like that. In the context of all-time highs, you're not really looking at premium and discount. I've talked about this because if you're at all-time highs, you're always going to be in a premium. So if you're at all-time highs and you're thinking, oh, premium versus discount, oh, I'm going to take shorts every day, and then you're going to get cooked. But yeah, this is kind of a degen trade, but I'm just like, I don't know. I think we might go higher here. But maybe not also. Let's see. What time is it? 10. I would never hold a trade this long, but we'll see. Okay, what's this? RR. Do we partial here? No, we'll partial at these highs. But no, I don't partial generally. It's just different when I'm backtesting. I just want to I make bad habits when I backtest. I do shit that I never do. But I might take it off at 1R considering how shitty this has been. I might just take it off at 1R. All right, yeah, now I would never hold a trade this long. Whatever, I'll close it here, but should have taken it off at 1R. 100%. Noah, yeah, bro. He's like, how do I put this kindly, bro? I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm trolling, Noah. I'm trolling. Okay. Yeah, all-time highs are tricky to trade, but it's part of the process. You got to love it. Yeah, at the you can use equilibrium at the lower time frames for sure. But generally, I'm not really looking at equilibrium and stuff like that during all-time highs. Because, like, you know, let's say right here, you're like, oh, we're at premium, you know, I'm not going to long. And then, you know, we're at all-time highs. But I think you get that. Went a little bit too far, but that's okay. Looks like we are currently rejecting this higher time frame Buy side imbalance. Also put in a bullish SMT on the 4 hour, bullish SMT. Jasper cooking my shit. The trade I just took. Fuck. Okay, let me find the trade I just took. He said Jasper cooking your shit, not gonna lie. Yeah, so I don't know. I do a very bad job at explaining this. I said this in a video one time where I was doing back testing. Like sometimes I'm just taking action on the charts and I forget that I have to explain the trades that I'm taking. Kevin, I'm not actually gonna make like a Discord. Rage baited the vaping. Okay, I'll try to explain this one a bit better. So again, feeling bullish here because we're in the context of all-time highs. We created displacement to the upside, and then we retrace into it on NASDAQ, putting in an SMT. You trade like Trader Kane, if you know him. I think I know him. Let me see him. Entertainment purposes only. I don't know this guy. I don't know. He quit trading. So shout out to him. A little bit of accumulation here on the higher time frame. Look at the 1 hour. Yeah, SMT. Rejected this here. Okay, let's look at our targets. Ton of generated sell side or buy side, excuse me. I think this is our all-time highs. No, we have some more. I'll mark these out and I'll leave them here. Doubt I leave trades running up here though. Check for news. I don't think so. It's so hard to check for news on this. Tuesday the 3rd. I don't think we have news. No news. Dwork Cam. Dwork Cam at 2K subs. This is also why I'm not fucking explaining my trades, because my chat is talking about Dwork Cam. My chat is talking about Dwork Cam. This is goated. I'm having a great time, chat. Okay, let's see what we get. Kind of accumulating a little bit. We have a little bit of an... Let me see if this is prominent on the 5-minute. Like a little lower time frame SMT for an entry, mayhaps. Doesn't really look like it. It's kind of choppy. Do I have to stop gooning to become profitable? Dude, if you stop gooning, you're never going to be profitable. How about that? Okay, if we displace above these highs, like creating an imbalance, even on like the 15-second or the 30-second. But see, we're kind of getting like SMTs here. So I would need to see a little more I would need to see some more displacement before I feel confident taking a trade. So if this if this gap holds, I'd feel confident taking a long here. Doesn't really hold. Yeah, see, so we're kind of just chopping around. But we do have some generated sell side. Maybe we take some of the sell side before pushing higher. Put in an SMT. I'd imagine we lack displacement to the downside here. All right, now let's see if we can get like a reversal on the 15-second, 30-second. Is there anything here? Not really. So just want to make sure this SMT holds. See how we treat this sell side imbalance. Being pretty respectful of the sell side imbalance. If we invalidate this SMT with displacement, we could take something like this, right? Because we've shown that we're respecting this sell side imbalance. We could take like a 1 to 1.5. This is potential. But no, we still lack displacement. But this could just be us sweeping these lows, and we could still push higher. So the SMT doesn't hold, but we do push higher here, it looks like. Let me look at... I wish there was a 2 minute. So bad. So we invert the 3 minute gap. Just lacking displacement. I didn't even notice that these lows got taken by ES. If we can displace out of here. Okay, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. NASDAQ and ES are pretty uncorrelated right now. We've taken a good amount of sell side. I'm not going to let this run the whole way up. But, again, this is later than I would normally take a trade. But, again, higher time frame narrative is bullish. I just feel like we're manipulating these lows because of a lack of displacement to the sell side. Inverting these gaps right here, and then also creating a series of up-close candles, getting displacement. We could spend some time in drawdown, but I like this setup more than most I've taken today. Sweep these highs. We need to make sure we're probably SMTing with the S&P, right? This is a trade in real life. I would go break even right away because I want to see fast displacement to the upside. Otherwise, our idea is probably invalidated and we just immediately hit stop loss. So what would this be here? Yeah, 0.5. Yeah, no, I'm not partialing at 0.5. I would partial at a 1R here. Okay, I'll close half. Now we just let this run. And we edge full TP. Brutal. Holy shit, we won a trade. So 2 for 4. Or no, no, I think we're... Because we were 1 for 3. Break even. So 1 for 3, 2 for 4. What does what mean? What the fuck are we talking? I haven't even looked in the chat. What are we talking about? Okay. Okay, chat. Okay. Look at what you guys are talking about. Look what you guys are talking about. Goon corner. Goon corner. If your dopamine drops... Oh, sorry. I thought he was going to start talking about gooning. Okay, now we're actually not talking about anything that crazy. Okay, we're actually talking about... Okay, W. It's fucking Noah in the chat, by the way. Fucking putting poison in my chat. Would a goon corner make the stream better? Okay, but anyways, we took a dub. Feels good. All right, next day. Yeah, 100 views next stream for sure. We're using FX replay. Oh, I guess my webcam is in the corner that you could see the website from. I've kind of been getting frustrated that people are asking so much, but then I realized, okay, my bad if I gave you attitude at any point. Okay. S&P sweeps all-time highs. I would expect to be very bearish today. This is actually very similar to what we had today, where the S&P took out all-time highs, and NASDAQ didn't. So I'd expect to be bearish here generally. Oh, please don't give me like 8 hours of accumulation. Unless we're not even in the New York session yet. Whoops. Okay, I think NASDAQ does take out all-time highs. No, I'm trolling you. Okay, bam. Okay, market open. So huge move up overnight. Again, never taking shorts here under any circumstances. Yeah, never taking a short here under any circumstances. Looking for retracement. I'm looking for a continuation here. And there's most likely not going to be any internal liquidity to target. It is Wednesday. Do we have any news? December 4th. We have 9 a.m. news, so I'm going to wait for a macro open to see how the market reacts to news. I'd expect us to dump a little bit before news. So hopefully what we see is some accumulation. We manipulate the lows with news, and we can target a continuation. But we don't really react. What was news? Oh, ICM. Yeah, we don't ever really react to ICM. So we do get a manipulation of the lows. Oh, no, we don't, because NASDAQ took out these lows already. What about these lows? NASDAQ did not take out these lows, however. So these are the lows that just got manipulated. Now we're just looking for displacement to the upside. I'd look if we can inverse this 15-second gap and get strong displacement out of it. It's not really a displacement I'm looking for. Not quite my tempo. Not quite my tempo. Can I explain PO3 and action like a trade? Yeah, this would kind of be PO3. So this is what I'm doing right now. So basically PO3 is accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So accumulation, I'll draw this out for you guys. So accumulation looks like this. It's horizontal price action. This is what people call chop. Accumulation is chop. And then what you would want to see is, let's say we have like a low and a high. We'd want to see a form of manipulation. So like, for example, NASDAQ takes this low, but ES doesn't. And then you'd wait to see displacement out of the range. How do you know if you're displacing? Because you create a fair value gap, right? So you create a fair value gap, tap back into the gap, and then, you know, target some buy side liquidity, right? This would be PO3. Basically what it is. But I'll try to get it in a trade for you. Why not trade tick charts? I don't know. I've just never done it. I don't know what non-farm is. Not familiar. I'm not familiar with your game, sir. I want to see how we treat this. If we can get like a clean change in the state. It's not very clean, but we might be displacing out of here. Create a little bit of displacement on the 15-second. What about the 30-second? We do create an imbalance on the 30-second, invert this gap. If we can retrace here on the 30-second, I'd look for a trade. Yeah, we get rejection, not rejection, but respect this gap here. Honestly, might just go a little bit heavier risk on a 1-to-1 here. We don't really have any crazy SMT. NASDAQ is the leading index on here. I want to take a 1-to-1, but I don't know if this is the 1-to-1 I want to take. Maybe something more like this. Target these highs and beyond. I'm going to take this with a little bit heavier risk. I'll look into tick charts. Temp, my advice would be just be honest with yourself. If you really do feel like you're understanding your model and you are profitable through, you know, probably call it like a year of backtest, like backtest a full calendar year. That's what I did on FX Replay. And if you genuinely are profitable, then yeah, give it a go at and then also make sure that you are trading, trade market open on the, on TradingView. Don't fucking edge me. Okay, bang, there we go. And that is a continuation. In my opinion, it's a higher, I don't really think this was much of a reversal, but this was basically PO3 for Jasper. This was basically PO3. We kind of accumulate, we manipulate the lows, we take the trade on the lagging index, which is NASDAQ, because NASDAQ fails to create a lower low, and then we wait for displacement out of the range. And that's what I'll use the lower time frames to find displacement earlier so I can enter a little bit earlier. Just helps me get sniper entries. I don't look at crypto. I should look at crypto, but I haven't made enough money to care about crypto. I think crypto is good if you have a lot of capital, or if you're, you know, if it's like a passive investment. But yeah, I have Bitcoin. I've had Bitcoin since it was at 40K, but like it's not something, I don't ever look at it because I'm not like day trading crypto. What up, S? Also, can we get a LS in the chat, bro? You got to spell my name right, bro. Isaac, bro. Come on, S. Thought you were my dog. Thought you were my dog. No, I don't. So many people talk about the US 30 and the Dow. I just don't trade it. Why I left no space? Absolutely. Yeah. So because we had two gaps. We had this 30-second gap, but then we also had the 1 minute gap, which was right here, right? So this was the 1 minute gap. And we had a 30-second gap under that, and I put my stop loss underneath the body that created the move up. And you can see we did wick, but we never went, because we'd have to get through both fair value gaps. So again, it's kind of just like a line of defense. Because we did wick, we spent some time in drawdown, but ended up cashing in the end. Yeah, LS, bro. You got to spell my name right, dog. That hurts my feelings, honestly. You know what? Mods ban him. No, I'm trolling. Noah, what's your question? How do you manage position? Did you go to ChatGPT to ask me a trading question? How do you manage position sizing relative to your intraday volatility targets to exploit overexposure during high volume whipsaw? I don't know what a whipsaw is. How do I manage position sizing? Basically, I just make sure I'm risking an amount that I'm comfortable to risk every single time, and my stop loss is somewhere that I think price will not need to retrace to before hitting my take profit. I think that's a good answer for that question. What are the most? I have no idea. What are the most? No idea. Shout out to you though, Gengo. How are we doing on this? I think these conditions are a little bit better. Yeah, 3 for 3. I mean, break even and then 2,000. So I'm looking at this again. If I was on 5 accounts, 5K day, $1,200 a day, didn't really count. So we're at 6,200 over the course of 2 winning days. We're already at a 3K payout. Normally these streams only go for an hour, but we're at 90 minutes right now. I should probably go a little bit longer so I can really hit the algo. Okay, next trade. I think that was a great example of how to trade all-time highs, if I do say so myself. I want to get funded with my funded futures next month. I'm really focused on making sure I'm absolutely draining Top Step's balls. I want Top Step to give me all their money. I want all the money possible from Top Step. I want to get a max payout before, I start looking at other firms. But I'm pretty close to a 10K payout. I just got here, bro. You're stroking the algo. Bro, I know I'm stroking the algo. Appreciate you, Shirt99. I've been hitting the algo lately. It's crazy. Yeah, we're up considerably on subs. But yeah, what was I saying? Do I have Discord? No Discord. Yeah, I've been milking Top Step, but I haven't even gotten like a 5-figure one-time payout. Like I really want a 10K payout. My biggest payout in one go is 7,500, but I really want this to be a 10K payout. Mods banish him is crazy. Yeah, same deal. We're pushing into all-time highs. No shot. I'm looking at shorts here. Accumulating on the 1 hour. Failed to displace underneath this 1 hour low. Again, it's just more bullish confluence. Never taking a short here. Can look for those highs. Look for these highs. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. 5K payout on 5 accounts. I think realistically at the end of this, by the end of the month, I'll be able to be at 5 accounts. What they blew. Yeah, tough. That happens. I'm on pace for a 2K payout on 5 accounts. It could end up being more than that, but yeah, we're doing pretty solid. $1 million per year to be in the Discord server chat. Yeah, for sure, bro. It's insane value. This might be PO3 too at market open. Let's see. Okay, so we don't manipulate the highs right away. Oh, wait, is there news? Thursday. We need a day in the life vlog. Bro, my day in the life is so fucking boring. I literally wake up, I go to work, I trade, I go to the gym. Sometimes I go buy some cool shit. But next month, I have some cool shit planned. I want to have a big month next month, and then I want to do like a, day trading, bought me my dream car. So I think I've done some math on what I think I can make next month, and I think I can buy some cool shit. So we SMT these lows. And even though NASDAQ is the lagging index, it caught up really fast. I think we just go for longs here, right? We tap into this 15-minute imbalance. I mean, I don't think this is a bad spot to just like aim for another 1-to-1. Because again, we SMT these lows. We technically did take all of our internal liquidity, but I still think we push higher. Oh, I guess we do SMT the all-time highs. I don't have any plan on quitting my job anytime soon. If you're new to the chat, I work for my parents. I'm like nepotism. My parents have done nothing to fund my trading journey, but I work for my parents' company. And I mean, it's like the dopest job ever. I love welding and I love my job and I love my parents. And it's like, dude, trading takes an hour a day. I think so many people are so obsessed with like dropping out of school and quitting their job. There's not really a purpose to, you know, like let's say that I hit this last payout and I make 25K this month. That's significantly more than I make at my job, but like I have no urge to quit. We lack displacement here to the upside, so I actually don't think I feel great about a long. Yeah, hence why. We also SMT the all-time highs. Might be. I know I wasn't gonna take shorts, but yeah, I'm not taking shorts at all-time highs. I'm not a fucking dummy. Yeah, my parents know I'm doing well. Bro, slide 50 blew my 4th account. That's nothing, bro. I have blown 15. No, is it 10 or 15? I forget how many. I've blown a lot of XFAs this month, but I've gotten a payout on each of them before I blew them. Seeing if I'm missing anything in the chat. Oh yeah, Noah did film some vlogs. Wow, Noah, we can never drop those vlogs, bro. I did some bad shit in those vlogs. Does not leave eyes during evenings. I'm trying to buy combines, but it shows an error. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, my funded futures are looking good. That's why I was looking specifically at my funded futures. I know a guy IRL who trades as well, and he was talking about my funded futures, and he put me on. I definitely want to get some of their accounts next month. All right, so we might be waiting for the macro open here. Because again, we're kind of just accumulating. We're not really displacing in either direction. We manipulate these lows here. So again, we're kind of getting PO3 vibes. See that we're failing to displace. So we manipulate these lows. No, I'm never dropping those vlogs, bro. Don't. I lost big with not seeing CMBM trade strategy. CMBM. With all due respect, I'm profitable, so like I don't feel the need to change my strategy. Like I have good stats. Yeah, now it's 5 on my funded futures. So we SMT these lows. Let's see if we displace on ES. I'll take a long on ES because now we're literally getting PO3 right at the macro open. We displace on ES. I could wait for a pullback. But we are getting displacement, and ES failed to take all-time highs. Am I greedy if I target the 6110s? Is this greedy? This feels greedy. Bro, the fuck was behind the jump on IG? Bro, they were Louis Vuitton shoes. You had to be able to see the print. I might wait on an entry here, or I might just target a 1-to-1. I think that's probably the better idea. But we have so much liquidity resting here. I don't feel great taking that. It probably works out, but I want to see us retrace a little bit. Yeah, see, it wouldn't have played out the way I wanted it to. Yeah, you got to have the silly pick at the end of the slides. Also, follow me on IG if you're not following me already, bro. Follow me on IG. Give me to 1,000 followers, and I'll fake a giveaway. And I'll act like somebody won it, but nobody really did win it. You know what I mean? Follow me on IG, though. If I don't find an entry here in like the next couple clicks, I'm probably not trading today. So we take out these lows. Okay, but hold on, we might be getting saucy with it. Yeah, no, we did not get saucy with it. We invalidated the SMT. All right. This is probably the last trade for the night, and then I might do some like Q&A style stuff, kind of just like some just chat and activities. Yeah, Noah will miraculously win the giveaway. He'll miraculously win it. Okay, Crash, I got you. All right, let's get to New York Market Open. But is your banging right? Bro, your banging ain't right. Insane niche, bro. Niche pull, bro. Huh, what's that video? Then your banging ain't right. I think this is what you're talking about, right? This one?
That's it, from Bricks 2. Yes. You know lunatic? Lunatic? Oh, if you don't know lunatic, then your banging isn't right.
Bro, that's what NASDAQ be doing to me, bro, when we're at all-time highs. I think that's the video he was talking about. Then your banging ain't right. Okay. Damn, I don't know if I'm bullish or bearish. I mean, at all-time highs, we're going to be fucking bullish every single day, basically. Yeah, because a lot of these gaps won't be revisited. Fucking W. If that was the video you were referencing, bro, W pull. Yeah, bro. His banging is right, bro. That's the same, bro. I be doing that to NASDAQ, bro. I be doing that to NASDAQ. That's how I be treating Top Step when they don't give me my fucking payouts. I've actually never not gotten a payout from Top Step. Okay, so we are accumulating at Market Open. Make sure we don't have any news. What day is it today? Friday, and of course we have news at 9 a.m. Maybe try to get a trade in before 9. Bro, is this dude fucking self-promoing in my chat? Bro, how do I ban this guy from chat? We're promoting your strategy in my chat, bro. How do I ban you? I'm trolling. I read it one more time. I was like, maybe he's actually being genuine. I couldn't say, bro, you guys be seeing those comments on Instagram Reels where it's like, shout out to my mentor, John Stockton, bro. His strategy is the best. Reach him on Telegram. That's what that reminded me of. How do I, if I can mod you, I will. Okay, I'll let you be a totalitarian. Okay, last trade. I got to lock in on this one. We have 9 a.m. news, so I'd love to catch a trade before 9 a.m. SMT, the lows inside of this gap. Yeah, the SCMBM strategy be banging. Bro, I'm going to look that up after this trade. What are we talking about? I'm going to look it up, bro, and if it's, I'm going to backtest it, and if that shit's doo-doo, I'm going to find you, bro. So we have an SMT. We get displacement to the upside and a change in the state. Oh, tempting. NASDAQ isn't the leading index. But like this looks good. Like a little 1-to-1 here targeting this internal liquidity before news. I mean, this looks good. And like, yeah, technically we did. Oh no, we did an SMT those highs. I'm going to take this. This is like a calm little like market open trade. 1% win rate with this. Mod strike his house is crazy. All right, last trade. Can we end on a win? Bang! We're gonna win! Bang. All right. So let me show you guys my thought processes while I'm backtesting. So again, I'm looking at this the same way I'm looking at if I have 5 of these 50K accounts. So total for the week, P&L for the week, 2,300. We'll call it 2,000 just to make it easy. That's $5,000 in payouts in a week over 4 winning days. So if I can have 2 weeks like that, that's a 10K payout. Right, you guys see where I'm coming from? So that's kind of how I look at backtesting, is I want it to resonate as closely as I can to what my actual trades look like. We could have, missed out on generational wealth here, chat. Missed out on generational wealth. Missed out on generational wealth. Leave runners on. Damn. Long every SMT. RR is very small. You don't need big RR to be profitable. Look at your institutional traders that literally trade millions of dollars. They are trading negative RR, actually. Big RR is a troll. Big RR is rage bait. Your favorite streamer, your favorite trader is trading. Oh yeah. Let's look at the stats. I think I only took 4 trades. Yeah, wow, look at that risk to reward, 0.6. That's bad. How is that 0.6? Oh, because we had a break-even trade. We had a break-even. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, Monday was the break-even trade. I think we partialed at 0.5. No, we partialed at 1R, so that'd be 0.5. And then these were both 1R trades. Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like if you're trading a live account and you want to go for a higher RR and you risk less, yeah, that's great. Do that. They just lower their stop loss, I think, mid trade, maybe. But yeah, when you're trading prop firms, like look, if you actually don't just listen to me, by the way, listen to anybody that actually is making money off of prop firms. They're using lower RR with a higher win rate. Like, I'm going to be honest, I would much rather have this. I would rather have let's call this 70%. No, because that's not very profitable. Let's say it's 80% with a 0.6. I would rather have this than like 40% with a 3R. Because I'm able to risk so much more on my trades when I have a lower RR. Yes, but you have 50 or 100K funded account, but the biggest trader have a 1 million cap. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Just Ben, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that a lot. What do you ask me, Noah? Tap more next to my name. I think I can do it on YouTube. I'm gonna mod you, Noah. I'm gonna mod my dog. Add as moderator. Hell yeah. Noah, don't you dare abuse this fucking moderator privilege. No, if you fuck up my live streams, I'm taking that shit away from you. ASAP, bro. You're losing your moderator status. All right, I'm going to leave this on until 9. So 13 minutes. What do we want to talk about? I mean, yeah, that's definitely the first thing. But yeah, most profitable is definitely going to be lower RR. On funded accounts. I'm trading on fundeds. I don't have $500,000 in cash. Can go over one more. Just watch the VOD. The whole thing is recorded. The first half was really shitty. I was trading some really choppy price action. There was a lot of situations I wouldn't have traded. But the last 4 trades or so I took, I think I did a much better job at explaining them. You can just scroll back. How to goon. All right, ban him. No, I'm trolling. How to goon, bro? Are we fucking? You know how to goon. Everyone knows how to goon. Why against US30? I just don't look at it personally. Do I always wait for displacement before entering? Yes, 100%. I'm not trying to catch displacement. I wait for displacement. I backtest. I try to do every night. I didn't do Monday, Tuesday because I was sick, but Monday through Friday, I try to live stream. What would you think if you quit trading for school? I don't know why. They're not interdependent, or they're not independent. I don't know. You can do them both. Yeah, biggest payout history is yeah, it's true. I forget that guy's name. Some Asian dude, fucking cracked with the sauce. Takes like 1Rs and 2Rs and has like a 80% win rate. But yeah, you want to be reactive. You don't want to try to predict the market. Like if you enter a trade and you're thinking, oh, okay, let's see some displacement. Like, no, you should see displacement, wait for a retest for confirmation that price is going to go in the direction that you want it to go. Like, yeah, are you going to get lower RR? Yeah, but fucking risk more. What are we talking about? If you have a higher win rate, lower RR, you can just risk more. If I don't get a retrace, yeah, I just don't enter. I'll just miss my trade. I'd rather miss my trade than lose my trade because I got greedy or because I was trying to chase price. There's no emotion involved. If I miss a day of trading, so be it. There's 30 trading days in a month. I only need 5. I need 5 winning days to take a huge payout. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jade Cap. I think, yeah, dude's goated. Goated with the sauce. 1.6R. Oh, yeah, also, that's funny. You want to Top Step leaked this. I forgot this. This was another thing I looked at. Top Step leaked their top performers, and many of them were negative RR traders, meaning they were taking like 0.4 and 0.5 R trades, but they had like 80, 90% win rates. And they were basically full porting their accounts every single time. The payout live is hitting different. Payout live is hitting different. I should start doing that whenever someone disagrees with me. I should start doing that. Or I could just show them to Rick's. Like, but are you wearing Rick Owens right now? Didn't think so. Did I learn all I know from YouTube? Yes. I learned all I know from YouTube. Never paid for anything. Don't have a Discord. No Discord. Not till 10K subs. I thought about it. 10K subs, I'll drop a Discord, which might happen really fast. Who knows? So if you sub now, you might get a Discord. I have funded accounts. I don't have a live account. I'm not going to open up a live account until I have 100K. 100K cash I'm ready to throw on it. Yep, I use daily bias every single time. Yeah, Jasper knows the sauce. Bro, Jasper is profitable. Watch his stream. Jasper knows what he's talking about. Top 3 book recommendations. That's crazy. I haven't thought about that in a minute. Top 3 book recommendations. How to Win Friends and Influence People. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And the fucking Bible. Can I get an amen? Yes, it is a Santos. It is a Santos. Cartier Santos 41 millimeter. I put on an outfit when I stream because I feel more put together. I do a lot of videos shirtless, but I don't think I could manage doing a stream shirtless. I'd feel too insecure. XQC method. Yeah, trading in the zone, exactly. Yeah. Am I missing anything else? I'm just making sure I didn't miss any questions. W Chad, by the way, 60 viewers. Dude, this is so sick. Life is sweet with 60 viewers. Watching the live and playing Fortnite. Bro, you should be locked in. You should be taking notes. One specific channel or several. When I was new, it was TJR. And when I got a bit more experienced, I looked at ICT and Justin Werlein. If you try to... It does sound insane. I did. Swearing is bad as Old Testament. God, I'm such a heathen. Controlling psychology is easy. Trading psychology is easy, bro. Dissociate from the outcome. The outcome doesn't matter. TJR is a gooner, but his boot camp is really solid for beginners. But so one thing I will say is I never really struggled with psychology. Like I was naturally good at it. I think what's going to really help a lot of people's psychology is being in a position where they can lose money trading. Like if you don't have a J word, if you don't have a job, a job, if you don't have a job, and you're trying to trade on fundeds and you have your last $50 and you pass a combine and you have your last $150 for an activation fee, your psychology's cooked. There's nothing you can do. It's your last money. You're cooked. 1-to-1 with a 65% win rate is totally fine. Yeah. That's that's a little bit, the win rate's a little bit lower than mine, but that's basically what my stats look like. But yeah, so you need to be in a position where you're fine losing money trading. You need to be in a position where you're fine losing money trading, because that's the main thing where bad psychology comes from, is if you don't have income to support your trading journey. And then another thing that's going to help your psychology is when you know that you're doing that, you know your strategy is back tested and proven, because then you never deviate from your strategy because you know very well what your strategy is. W Jake, getting a payout that quick. Hell yeah. It's awesome. But yeah, main thing for psychology is just like make sure you're doing fine. And yeah, if you're not in a position to lose $250, you should probably paper trade until you are. Yeah, what Dugu said. Clear your debts, build IRL buffer. Yeah, and just discipline in general. If you're not you need to have discipline in every other aspect of your life. I mean, like whenever I blow a batch of XFAs, that's $1,000 that I lost, because it's $250 for activation, or excuse me, it's $250 for the combines, and then it's $750 to activate those. So when I blow XFAs and I don't get a payout, which has happened before, I'm losing $1,000, but I don't care. Don't care. Not at all. Because I know that I have the money to replenish that. You know what I mean? So that's the main thing. It's like I really don't care about the money. 100%. What else we got? Julian Petrolis. Let me look at this guy. What's up, Joseph? Let me see. Let me see if I know this guy. Probably some trader. Oh, yeah. He trades like Tesla stock and stuff. He has like a lot of capital. Yeah, 2-1 with 50% win rate. I agree. Yeah, exactly. Losing a band in a month like it's going to happen trading. I mean, I probably was unprofitable for a little bit. Like I probably spent like $1,000 before I got my first payout, but then my first payout was $2,000. My very next batch of accounts I got to pay out. So like I was probably unprofitable for like a month or so, but like I was very not concerned with making money right away. Been training for 5 months. 5 months. So I became profitable quicker than most. But, you know, is what it is. God, raw salmon is so good. What else we got, chat? A couple more minutes. What do we got? W mod. Dude, I want to get a team of moderators and they ban anybody who says anything mean. If you give me any criticism, I ban you from my chat. Yeah, I got you, AM McDowell. I'll do this more often. I got you. 4 more minutes. What do we got, chat? What do we got? Any questions or do I end stream? Do I only trade with SMTs? No, I have a whole bunch of different confluences. I trade confluences. That would be the best way to describe my strategy is I have confluence. Jake, if I see you more often, I'll mod you. But yeah, I trade with a lot more than just SMTs. What does my diet look like? I was a lot more locked in earlier this year. My diet was basically just 200 grams of protein, 300 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat. Do 20 push-ups? Dude, I'm not a fucking circus monkey. I could do 100 if I could probably do 70. Probably do 70, but I hit chest yesterday, so I'm not going to be doing that. I got no mentor. But yeah, my diet used to be a lot more locked in. Now I just focus on like having 2 or 3 meals that have decent macros. Like for example, carbs, fats, proteins. Once I got like 205 pounds, relatively lean, I was like, all right, I'm cool off of that. Because I was like bulking and heavy in the gym for like 5 years. No, we got like 5 or 6 years. I was just in the gym. Chat, do I do 20 push-ups? How can you get so much protein in? Chicken, steak, milk, eggs, cheese, and everything. Protein shakes. The Fairlife protein shakes are OP. 42 grams of protein, 2 of those a day. Chocolate milk before bed. And if you're lactose intolerant, just tolerate it. IG at Purcell's. Yeah, stack confluences to have a higher win rate for sure. Joseph, it's not time for a haircut. No one confluence brings the highest win rate. This is another thing. People will try to sell you this. People will try to say, this one strategy will make you profitable. This confluence will make... It's not. The market is trying to tell you a story, right? Whether or not the market is algorithmic, we don't know, but it certainly looks like it. And it leaves hints of where it wants to go with a lot of different confluences. And if you just look at one confluence and ignore everything else, you might get stopped out because you didn't get the true idea of where price wanted to go. So you need to be able to understand all the different confluences and how they work together. Yeah, YouTube's where I got all my sauce, bro. Again, TJR's Bootcamp is great. ICT 2022 membership. 2016 is great too. Justin Werlein's YouTube channel. But yes, most important thing is daily bias and higher time frame market narrative. Those are the most important things. Absolute most important things. But chat, that's going to be it for this stream. Y'all fucking cooked tonight. 70 viewers currently. This is the most I've ever had. Thank you so much for the support on the channel, guys. I feel so fucking corny saying this shit. But bro, y'all have been crushing it lately. You guys, again, I do make these videos so they can be informative and educational, so I can, I got a couple comments where people were saying, I got my first payout watching your videos. I changed my strategy watching your videos, and I passed my first combine. I'm on my first XFA. That's awesome. And I'm happy I can help you guys. But one more thing that I want you guys to know is you help me as well. Whenever I'm in the markets and I'm thinking about making a bad decision, I have to go, I'm going to have to make a video on that. People are going to see my win rate. People are going to notice if I don't have a big month this month. So thank you guys for keeping me accountable. Thank you guys for the love in the chat. W's in the shot. W Noah, first mod of the channel. Y'all have a great night. Stay safe in the markets tomorrow. Let's end the week green. Let's get some pig payouts. Fucking get your dicks out. I only got 3 things to say. God bless America. God bless our troops. And ladies and gentlemen, start your